Today on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.
He hits the racks together, and this little guy comes running up. I mean, it wasn't that little, but he was smaller. Wasn't something we're going to shoot. But we thought he was going to come over the fence and jump on top of us. This guy was excited, and he was out of his mind.
And then later.
And I looked at Jeff, and Jeff laughed. I think Jeff laughed at me, and the mom's like, "You don't know what to do you?" No, I don't have any idea what to do. That's a good buck. I like that deer. He's old, he's cool. I didn't know what to do at the time.
It's early December here in South Texas, which means the rut is in full swing. Tony Miele from the Performance Center is here to go on a rattling hunt with Wade.
The greatest thing about rattling, I think, is it's fast, it's furious. I mean, he hits the racks together, and next thing you know, you got a deer popped up in front of you. You don't see him coming. I mean, they're just there, and they're looking at you, you're looking at them, and it's kind of like a showdown. You know what I mean?
We'll join Tony and Wade now as they start their trek in hopes of rattling in a shooter.
We're out here, we've got a strong northwest wind that's going to build as the day goes on. Temperatures are in the 40s, it's cloudy. It really sets up to be what I call a good rattling morning. Not so sure the afternoon will pay off, so hopefully we can knock one down before it gets to noon. We're going to go pretty good ways up here. This is what I call the horse pasture over here. It's pretty open, pretty broken. Probably go fairly slow, but I feel like those bucks, all those bucks we saw will be back in here. I know that's where they all bed. They can come anywhere. I can't get through this gate without making too much noise. I don't think they're going to come from where the pigs are. So be looking this way, and I'm just going to stand back here, and if they come this way, just turn around and pow. Ready? I'll go ahead and rattle. It'll happen on the first hit. If it happens, be watching right there. Come left. 10 o'clock. Bucket 11.
Well, the first location was a success as they rattled in a buck, but he's young and not what the guys are looking for. But Wade has high hopes for the next location he has in mind.
He says, I got an idea. He says, there's this field. He says, I'd really like to try that. He says, he sees a lot of deer in that field. He said, might be a good opportunity.
Well, coming up, Wade and Tony may be in luck as Wade stirs up a group of bucks. The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Yamaha's proven off-road ATVs and side-by-side vehicles. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Garmin Zero. Leave the guesswork behind. We know if you found one crappie, you may have found 1,000. We know the joy of getting your boots back in the mud. We know the journey can be more rewarding than the destination. We know the great outdoors. We love the great outdoors. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Stop by today for huge savings on the gear you need and the brands you trust. Plus free 2-day shipping at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X2. With a compact chassis perfect for exploring tight technical terrain. an ultra-quiet and smooth 850 class twin-cylinder engine, and next-level versatility with a 600-pound dumping cargo bed. No other side-by-side delivers this level of proven off-road performance. The all-new Wolverine X2 from Yamaha.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton. Wade and Tony are out on a rattling hunt, and they've traveled to a new location in hopes of a mature whitetail.
Hold on, there's a deer. There's a deer looking at us right there. We're just gonna barely go inside this gate and get right in here, try to bang them, see what's down there, come this way. Let's just kind of, I'm hoping I can get them out in this road. We're gonna go up here. Yeah, we'll go up here to the corner. Quick. All right, we're gonna try to get on the corner of that fence where we can see what's out there. He's a good one. We gotta get to that bush. There's two good ones up there. That real wide one, but he may only be a big 6-point. But let's shoot him if we get a chance. He's a really good deer. We gotta watch this doe. Oh, it's a spike. Just there. Well, we got a bunch of deer out here. There's a total chasing all the way around. They've chased one doe about 4 different directions. There's 2 other doe. We've got one doe coming towards us right now. Several different bucks. When you get that big chase going on like this, we'll hit the antlers here in a minute. There's a good one over there.
He hits the racks together, and this little guy comes running up. I mean, it wasn't that little, but he was smaller. Wasn't something we're going to shoot. But we thought he was going to come over the fence and jump on top of us. This guy was excited, and he was out of his mind. So this one deer, an older deer, and you know, Wade says, hey, that's an older deer. He says this might be a good deer to take.
He's a really old deer. He'd be a good deer to shoot. Really old deer. You get him if you got him here. Oh, good shot. He's gonna be down. He's gonna be down right there. He's gonna go down right there. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. That's an old buck. That's a good old deer. Yeah. That's what you want to shoot. That's a good old deer.
You put the smack down on that one.
Good job, dude. That's a good shot, Tony. Man, I love this. I mean, it can go down so fast and it can take forever. And you just don't know. That's a great shot on an old buck. You can see that old brisket is all hanging. He's an old deer. Sweet. Success again with the handgun.
That rattling is great.
I love it. It's fun. You just never know how it's going to go down. Sometimes it goes down good, sometimes it doesn't go down at all. When it does, it'll get the adrenaline pumping. Yeah. I mean, we had a couple that actually came in here. That one was actually a little better, but he wasn't as old, so that was the right one to shoot. I love that, man. Good shot, too. He's down right over there. That was awesome. Look at this old guy here. He's all broke up, extra tine there, he is destroyed and broke up. He got an impacted jaw, too. That is good. I mean, when you can bang look at his hocks, he's been chasing everything. Of course, we watched them all up there chasing, coming to the antlers, and you get to crawling and moving around. When you get a chance to bust one, you got to take them in a scenario like that. That was perfect.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
He is in good shape. He's an old deer, though. I mean, you can. What's interesting right now is our deer. You know, coming out of last year in the rut in the early spring, we didn't get a lot of rain down here. And they really suffered in their antler development then. And then we had a ton of rain in Texas. And so all their body shapes are in phenomenal condition. But it shows you what range conditions mean to the, you know, free range and native Texas deer. When they don't get that nutrition from Mother Nature, they'll go down about 15 to 20% a lot of times. And, you know, and this guy here is a great buck, but, you know, he's an old guy. And a great one to take. Great one to take with anything, but rattling with a handgun.
Rattling with a handgun, yeah, that's fun.
That's even better. He's got some damage right there. I guess he's got an impacted tooth right there.
Well, he won't have to see the dentist.
No, he won't have to see the dentist. He's gonna be cooked. That's kind of cool right there. That little extra tine coming off his main beam. Good stuff, as always.
Thank you.
Enjoyable.
Good job.
Always enjoyable.
Congratulations, Tony, on your exciting rattling entry into the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. Well, coming up next, Yamaha's Steve Nessl tackles some tough terrain in hopes of knocking down this bruiser of a buck. The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Performance when it matters most. Walkers, protect it or lose it. Conquest Scents, Hunt Sense, and Dog Training Sense. High-vis shooting systems. See what you've been missing.
How do you aim a 36-yard shot with a 30-yard fixed pin at a 15-degree angle with a 7-inch holdover without moving a single pin? Easy. You get one of these. Zero, the auto-ranging digital bow sight from Garmin.
When they canceled school today, you could have stayed at home like all the other kids, laid up on the couch playing video games in your sweatpants. Nah. Best snow day ever. Introducing the new TC Compass, only by Thompson Center. Follow your own compass with America's master gun maker.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton. Steve Nessl of Yamaha is here in camp during the rut in December, and much like the years past, he's in search of cool and mature whitetail.
We're at the Whitetail Diaries deer camp out here in, just outside Bracketville, Texas, and we're doing a December hunt, and I like to get out here as many Decembers as I can, and this year I was able to do it again, and it's in the middle of the rut, so we're out here hunting whitetail deer, middle of December, middle of the rut, and try and knock down a mature whitetail. Really, overall, just spend some time at camp. Jeff and I get out to the ranch, we get set up in the Wolverine X2, and we go, and we're a little worried about the road's getting there. I'm hearing stories about trucks getting stuck, having to get pulled out with heavy equipment, and trucks getting high centered, and all this stuff getting out. So we come up on a mud hole, and we just breeze through it. And then we come up, and Jeff starts tapping me on the shoulder. Here come the ruts. Here come, don't be careful. And we just straddle the ruts, and we get right by. And I love using the Wolverine, or even the Vikings, or any of the Yamaha UTVs out here when it comes to those kind of situations, because it makes getting to and from in adverse conditions, lack of a better way of putting it, easy.
Steve decides to break in a new box blind Wade set up, and even though it's a pain to get to, well, the area certainly has some promise.
And about half an hour after I made the decision to go to that stand or that setup, he starts showing me trail cam photos, and there's no less than 6 really, really good mature whitetail buck shooters coming to that stand. For a while, it was a little slow. We had a couple small bucks come in, we had a couple of does milling around. When I look off to my left, outside the left window that I'm by, and there is a big buck, what looks to be a big buck in the brush at about 10 yards, just following this doe in. and he's awesome. He's thick, he's not super wide, he's not super tall, but he's still wide and tall, if those of you that deer hunt can understand what I'm saying. And he looks cool, and he is intent on something. He's looking out in front of us. He'll look down at that doe occasionally. I think he's escorting her in, but he looks like he's gonna make his way in, but he didn't for about 10 minutes. And Jeff and I am actually trying to convince Jeff it's the buck that we had seen, and it was one of the ones that I liked and might want to shoot. And eventually, when he walked out to the road to jump the fence to go out in front of us, Jeff said, "Yep, that's him," and he's old. He looks to be probably at least 5. And all of a sudden, I'm wondering, it's early. We've only been there about 45 minutes. Do I shoot this deer now, or do I wait to see if any of these other 3 or 4 or 5 bucks come into the setup?
Will Steve pull the trigger, or will he hold off for something else? Find out when we return. The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker. Wiley X, absolute premium protection. Bradley Smoker, food smoking made easy.
Feed your need for speed. The Nitro XRT unleashes speeds up to 470 feet per second, producing 25% flatter arrow trajectory, resulting in knock-breaking accuracy and unprecedented knockdown power. The world has never seen a crossbow this fast, accurate, and compact. The Nitro XRT from 10-Point.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton. A mature buck has presented itself to Steve, even though it's still early into his hunt. Steve is contemplating if this buck is the one he'll harvest.
I like to say he posed. I think he knew I liked him. We'd never met, but I think he knew I had an affinity for him. He walked out and he said, "Here, I'll make it easy on you. If you're ready to call your hunt, call it quits." He walked out at about 90 yards. He didn't look back at me, but he stayed there that way, broadside, for probably a good 3-4 minutes, giving me the option. And I looked at Jeff, and Jeff laughed. I think Jeff laughed at me in the moment. He's like, "You don't know what to do, do you?" I'm like, "No, I don't have any idea what to do. That's a good buck. I like that deer. He's old, he's cool." I didn't know what to do at the time. And so the deer, he stopped posing for me. My window of opportunity closed. But we're still early, so I'm not that worried about it. He's settled, he walked the doe in, he's not going anywhere, at least not anytime soon. And if he does, I get to watch him go for quite a ways, and maybe I can get up and get a shot at him. So he settles in, he starts feeding, walking the doe around. Jeff and I settled in, we're waiting to see if anything else comes. And there really wasn't a lot of other action. There were some other small bucks, other deer walking in, does, lots of spikes, things like that. And we're probably 45 minutes from when we first saw him, and I told Jeff, I said, if it's another 10, 15 minutes and he decides he's going to, give me that another opportunity, another window, I'm going to do it. He's a good deer. I like him. I'm going to take that buck. So wouldn't you know, after a while, the deer moves out. He moves away from the other deer. He stands broadside, and I start to get the gun up, and Jeff's like, You're gonna do it? I said, "I told you, if he hung out for long enough and he tempted me for long enough, he gave me another little pose, then yeah, let's do this." So I get the gun up. The deer actually then maybe could sense it because he didn't want to stop moving. He was moving around, getting behind some brush in front of other deer, behind other deer. But eventually he, facing to our right, Jeff had him, I didn't. I told Jeff, let's let him take one more step. He did, and I took a shot. Is he? I can't see him. It felt like I keep telling I clear the gun too soon. I keep getting told I clear the gun too soon. Which, by the way, it's clear. I didn't know if he ran off, so I was thinking maybe Iraq, but I felt really good. I was held steady. I'm on my knees in here with my red. Whatever needed me. Make myself comfortable. That dude's a stud. He's old. He's old and cool. I've been staring at him for about 45 minutes, but he came in right behind us. If he's right there. He's seriously laying right there. Yeah.
I say run down. What you saying? There was another buck that took off.
Oh, I see the belly. Oof. I don't need this, but yeah, it played a big role. Oh, he's got a body on it. That's what I felt like. These are gonna be like baseball bats when I was grabbing him. This dude's a stud. This dude is a stud. You can see all this trash off his bases up here. Stuff coming off his right. Man, he's an old deer. Old deer. Big bodied deer. Oh, jeez. Man, look at that. I swear he's got some of the same genes of the deer I got last year. Just the same thing kind of comes forward up here with his twos. Bladed, but just thick, massive. Such a cool deer. Such a cool, big, old deer.
Hey, congratulations, Steve, on another successful December entry into the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. Hey, if you want to learn more about the Wolverine X2, be sure to visit your local Yamaha dealer or visit YamahaOutdoors.com to learn more.
The Wolverine X2 is your do-it-all machine. If you're out here in the middle of Texas, looking to whitetail hunt with it, work some property, have it really leverage it for its versatility, you should think about it. If you are a trail rider in the middle of Pennsylvania and you got thick woods you need to get to and have some fun in, go on trail rides with your buddy or your wife, you ought to think about the Wolverine X2. If you're looking to cruise just epic landscapes in Moab, Utah, or in the northwest of the United States, I think you should think about the Wolverine X2. There's really no bounds, no limits to what it can do. Whatever you need to do with it, it's there and ready to get it done for you.
Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.
We plan all year for this. We hone our skills. We have confidence in the gear we choose. We pour over thousands of images and videos. When the time comes, will you be ready? Introducing the all-new 4K camera by Stealth Cam. Proven.
Protect it or lose it.
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 Protect it
or lose it.
Protect it or lose it.
Many said that we were just obsessed when we started, that there had to be an easier way to smoke food. As time passed, the Bradley family created a lineup of Bradley electric smokers that has made it easier for the novice or even expert chef to get perfect results every time they use it. Grab yourself a Bradley smoker and take your cooking to an all-new level.
For precise prescription eyewear, Wiley X knows there's no room for error. We meticulously craft our own prescription lenses to fit our high-wrap frames. And our ANSI safety-rated lenses are tested to uncompromising standards. Nothing but precise. Because precision is everything.
What does it take to make EverCalm deer scent? It takes a deer farmer who raises whitetails. It takes mixing the special blend of EverCalm, testing each batch.
Smells like deer.
And then pouring each container. Each container is cleaned, examined, and packaged for shipping. It takes the finest deer herd and a great team of people to make the best hunting scent available. EverCalm from Conquest Scents.
Want to know why the top shooting pros choose High-Vis? High-Vis has an enormous lineup of sights for every shooting platform possible that are clean looking and easy to mount. Improve your shooting with faster target acquisition and eliminate cross-eyed dominance. High-Vis sights are the brightest out there, helping you find your target with ease, no matter the shooting conditions. Choose the best. Choose High-Vis and see what you've been missing.
Nobody likes crawling, creepy, or flying bugs. So ward them off with Sawyer Permethrin. It's more than a repellent. This odorless spray repels and kills mosquitoes, ticks, and more than 55 other kinds of insects. Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
We demand a lot from the products that we use on our adventures around the world. When it comes to keeping things seriously cold, we rely on Angle Coolers, who have for over 50 years kept things cold. Angle Coolers, the original high-performance cooler.
I came back from Afghanistan with a traumatic brain injury. I couldn't talk. I still can't talk right. I didn't want to leave the house. Then my wife, God bless her, she got me off the couch and said, hey, enough's enough. You got to get back outdoors. The hunting gave me a whole new purpose, you know. It sped up my recovery big time. When I was deployed, I trusted Trijicon, and I still do today. Sergeant Rob Gustafson, U.S. Army retired.
Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions.